Hi, you guys. Oh my goodness, I made it. I made it in. Welcome. Happy New Year to my listeners. Hi, saw that first thumbs up. Um, I do apologize for what a disaster of a schedule this week. I'm just dealing with family health, and when anyone knows you deal with family health, you have no idea what your day is going to bring. So it's been challenging to say the least. So welcome into WCIA Network. Happy 2025. I hope everyone had a great, wonderful holiday and is still continuing so. And may 2025 bring peace and joy and happiness to all of you. So I do have a lot to go over. Let me disconnect my phone. And I really wasn't really quite sure how I was going to prepare this live because there's a lot of things to review, right, from 2024. But plus, there's a lot of new things that I keep opening up the conversation and then I don't finish it. So today I'm going to try to get through as much as I can in the time that I have. So welcome on in. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Oh, there's my little logo. So this is for educational and entertainment purposes only, right? Hi, I am Bernie. Welcome in. Happy New Year. Evian, hi. Nothing but love, justice for Summer Moon, and all the children. Yeah. So we'll see who comes on in. They'll probably come on in slowly because I've put up a time before and didn't fulfill it. So hopefully we will get our little group in here for the first video of 2025. And as you guys know, I've been covering the Ally Carter heavily. For me, it's been heavily because it's just something I didn't really expect to be covering would be Ally Carter. But I find Ally Carter, for those who don't know, has been one of those that have come forth as a victim of Diddy. And I find her interesting because I get conflicting spiritual reads from her. I get different feelings, and I have my face on here today so you guys could see me as I look over her photos before I do a review of 2024. I want you to watch how I do this, and what I do here is I tell you a story over the videos. I tell you a story over the images. I try my very best to give you what I believe to be the truth, and it's only just that. It's what I believe to be the truth. It's what I see to be the truth. And everyone's truth and reality and visions are very different from each other. Nobody's is the same. We may here we may be very much connected as a whole in the Summer Moon story and all of the missing children and how we view and see it. But when I show certain pictures like this photo here, I will give you information over this photo, and it's not going to necessarily mean that you see what I see. And that's okay, you guys. Everyone is going to see different things. You're going to see it in your own time that works for you. Not everyone is going to see and hear and feel the words that come out of my mouth. I believe it to be the truth for how I see it. And that's it. Everything here I do and say is falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 for a reason. It's for educational entertainment purposes for this channel and this channel only. I'm not here to shove anything down your throats and have you see certain things. And I'm here to bring justice to the children. That's what my channel is all about. I bring justice to the children to the best of my ability, to the best for how I see it to be true. And that's it. This journey has come to me, and not looking for it, not asking for it. And I wasn't prepared for it until it showed itself. And here I am, 2025, where I started this particular journey, this particular vehicle, in 2021, when Summer Moon Wells went missing. And nothing has changed. The story has stayed consistent from how I see it. My story actually was told to me and shown to me before Summer was shown. Until, Summer introduced herself more vividly to me on June 16th, 2021. Now, my story for my purpose in life, hi Shazam, is that the Summer children, the children have been part of me from birth. And I really didn't understand that until now. I didn't understand what I was seeing, what I was feeling, what I was saying to other people, until it became clearer now as a 58-year-old woman. So, you don't always, for others, who are in the same situation as me, and you feel certain things and you see them and you've been seeing them, and when you have spoken it your whole life, I hope you didn't do what I did. I allowed it to stop my journey from what it's supposed to be. And what I've done, I've loved in my life. What I've done is great, but it's brought me back to the beginning. This journey has brought me back to when I was little, speaking to the spirits, and I see them flying, giving messages, and people thinking I just ignore her, you don't know what you're talking about. It's bringing me right back to the beginning. I'm back where I started. I just have a huge gap in years that I didn't do anything with it, right? I did healing work. I did hospice work. I definitely worked on patients. I did a lot of that. But this right now, being focused in on children and what is happening here. Hi, Liddy, do please this, everyone. Justice for missing kids. I will reply tomorrow. Prayers for you. Thank you. Thank you. Alita, hi. Welcome on in. So this is where I'm at, and I'm not going to stop. And I want you guys to know that I have completed my hi Sherry. I've completed my first script. Completed it in these last few days since I haven't been on. I have submitted it to 2 different groups, and the script right now is just an outline, a 30-page outline of how I see this whole story, how I see the children's story. And I had to put it under fiction because I have nothing to show that it's true. It's just what I believe to be true. And that's just the reality that we all, I believe, share here. And even if you don't, you're here to learn. It's educational and it's entertaining, that's for sure. And that's why we are here on WCIA Network. And today I will start out with going over information on Allie Carter, because I'm not really quite sure exactly what her intentions are. And when that happens, I get like conflicting messages. And when I allow myself to go within the photos of hers, I receive the information that is necessary in the moment. So when I go over Allie Carter's videos, or when I show you photos like this, I have a read, and I don't see the Allie Carter that's portraying herself. I see Diddy. Now, is she Diddy? No, she's not Diddy. Hi, Avian. Yes, right? So I think my second channel, I've brought it up to Muffin Top. My second channel is going to be started on just that. It's going to be conversation for people to listen to my experiences in living this kind of a life, and living this in, within this body, how it's just been different, and how I've been able to handle it this way, and how I'm able to learn from that and enjoy what I do. On my side, my mom fights it. My kids don't fight it. My mom is the biggest one who fights for who won't accept exactly what she does. She does it all the time. But when I see Allie Carter, I give a reading, and this here isn't what it portrays exactly what it's supposed to portray. It just doesn't. When I look at this photo closer, right here, whoops, that's not it. Wait, let me grab this, copy. When I look at this photo, oh Jesus. I always think that I can't be the only one that sees a Diddy. Like I feel like a lot of these videos were predetermined in this journey, and I want to go over this first before I do a recap, because I do see the importance of recognizing everyone's truth in what they see is going to be different. People are going to see Allie Carter and not see what I see. But I can't help seeing what I see. I'm not quite clear how, in fact, these people are the same. And that doesn't mean that, oh, Allie Carter is showing different pictures of different people. That's not exactly what I intend it to be. I'm moving these over. Just because I see someone different doesn't mean that there are different people within her face. What it means is that I hear the different stories. I hear that these stories that Allie is saying goes above and beyond the words that she's using. And that's just it. I see the children, and I see the story. but I just don't see how the images and the visions match her words. See, this doesn't match her words. It's like someone, excuse the language, playing a fucking game with us. So that's what I'm going to start with, is providing you with a little color. Oh, wait a minute, let me back up. My Tyler video was taken off YouTube, and I'm actually happy because I didn't think anyone was paying attention. I put up a sick-ass photo of a child's head being cut off, but it was taken down, which is great because that means someone is paying attention. So I will recover Tyler video, but I'll just recap it, right? Hi, Liz. So let me grab Allie's video. Allie's right here. Allie's recap. Now I have two of these recaps. I know I showed these photos before, but I need to start here because I know many of you have not. I'm going to keep my face down here. Have not seen these. And I showed how I see children within her face. So when I say I do not see her words matching the images in the videos, this is what I mean. I see children under the tunnel. I see the children being presented within her story. I don't just see Ellie. Let me move this. I do not see anything that she is portraying. So maybe it is because the spirits are super strong and they want us to see that Ellie not only knows what's happening, but she's actually in a location where it's happening. I see her as being in the locations, like with the children now. And I see that Diddy has a very strong pull on this. This here is my indicator because Summer Moon Wells and all the children, including Benny, including Molly Golightly, including Summer Moon Wells, Michael Vaughn, oh my God, Madeline McCain, they all had this on them. What you're looking at here is a photo, an actual photo of what's on Allie Carter's wrist. This is on Allie Carter's wrist. So when I see something like this, it speaks for the children. Let me see if I can find heart. Heart. These hearts have always symbolized, to me, these were elements that showed the children underground, that stopped me in my tracks, that have always been part of what's on the children. So when I would see pictures like this, let me show you, from, this here is from Adventures with Purpose. Anytime I would look at a picture from Adventures with Purpose, I saw the children in their boats. And I saw the same hearts around their wrists as you see in Ellie Carter. Now, you guys might not be seeing what I see, but that's okay. I have always seen only the children. I have only seen these elements that are on these children's wrists. I only could see the children's faces here. I don't see Adventures with Purpose on a boat. I see children on these boats, bound. You see, Ellie Carter is bringing me to these situations. She's presenting them to me. Summer Moon Wells is the one who showed me these elements from day number 1. They're not just elements. I'm like, oh, there's a heart. Oh my God, there's another heart. Well, there's fucking hearts in probably you could find a heart in every video that you look at. If you look, you could find them, right? What I'm telling you is this element is a solid element that is shown throughout the stories. These are elements that are part of the equipment. Cheka TV showed up. This was what Cheka TV showed it to me. And they are parts of the story that was introduced from day number 1. It doesn't go away. And every victim that I follow has it. They have it. Ellie Carter just seems to really show it to me. So when she's showing it to me, I say hello to the children. I don't see Ellie in here. I never will see what she's showing me to see. Because when I look into these eyes, the one in the middle, spiritually, is way different than the one on the right. It's not the same. These aren't the same images to me. One day I would love if someone could just look within these photos with me, and you could tell if you really look. These faces and the energy and the reflection of who is presenting the story are the children, and Ellie Carter's energy of who she is doesn't reflect the words. Now maybe I'm seeing multiple people because she has multiple personalities. I don't think so. I think that maybe there's multiple personalities because there's a multiple people that show themselves while they're talking to me. Like when I look at this is no different than what Benny Key shows me. This is no different than what Don Wells shows me. Whatever this is critical to the children's story. Whatever this piece of equipment is critical to the story. The faces that appear in the situations that they do reeks from underground tunnels, reeks the story of the children. Now, obviously, she's telling the story of the children. But what I'm telling you is whoever is within the images is in the tunnel. The people that I see are cold, and they're with children. They're with the victims. They are not where they say they are. Because what's being presented to us is stronger than what she presents it to be. Now, what I have in my storyline, like what my line is to get you guys to come see this shit, is that, open this up. This here needs to be talked about. This needs to be recognized. What I said is, why isn't anybody going after the children that she's talking about? Don't you think it's strange? She's been doing this for 4 years, you guys. Are you who you say you are? Because what's this? You are within an area that I have been showing for a very long time. Like, I'm like, oh, look at, I see Dolly in it. Well, it's not like Dolly's sitting, maybe he is, I don't really give a fuck, but I use him to show these situations. Because, not to say he's in it, but what I'm telling you is, this is what the children look like. They look like they're in a situation like this. So when I see, her sitting in this, it's like, hey, this is what I see Dolly sitting in. This is what I see the children in. So when I go through photos, and I go, they're in a fake car. Well, you guys, the circumstances are all the same. The images are all the same. It's like when I say they're in a car, let me show you, for example. Let me grab one of Dolly here. Fake car. So when I say I see Ellie in a fake car, the cars to me, what you see back here, are the same as what I've been showing. This, like with Dolly, like, it's not a car. See what I'm saying? Like, okay, is he in a car? Whatever. I don't care what he's fucking sitting in. You understand? But what I'm saying is when I see pictures and I point them out, is that girl that's with him, whatever your name is, that it's interesting. What's so interesting is she gets so mad. She gets so mad, like what's her face did in Cammy and Allie. So when I see your face and I see this face, wait, I see the same faces. Now, you could say whatever the fuck you want to say to me. And those that give me energy, this face reminds me. So am I saying, like, if you paid attention, I'm not talking about you, but the ones who make it about them, I get the most information. So the more someone is like, says something very unusual, like says something towards me, I laugh. I just start laughing because I'm like, you just gave me so much information. When you do that to someone that's psychic, clairvoyant, you open up a vehicle for me. You open up a channel of information. You open up a tunnel of information. And you can't help yourself. You must talk about me. So the more you talk about me, the better it is for me. Because it's not about you. Hi, Lisa. Justice coming soon. It's not about you. But when someone like Allie and Cam and Allie did that, that was the best video that I ever had from their channel that gave me the most information. So it's not even about what's in the video. It's that what happens is they open up a channel because they piss off the spirits. And when the spirits, because the spirits are on my team, right? They're Team Lori, right? And when they're Team Lori and someone says something, they're like, ooh. And it's a little witchy. I'm a little witchy, right? They're like, ooh, fuck you, dude. You know, like, really. And they open up a tunnel of information. So I don't take anything personally. It just isn't in my DNA, you know, it's not in my personality. It's not what I do here. Because I don't care. Right? So it's better for me, right? So, you know, when I talk about the teeth and how this girl's teeth change, it's the same as what I did with Dolly. I mean, you can't tell me that these dudes' teeth don't change. It's the same as Allie's teeth. They change, you guys. And it's not like I'm seeing things. You don't all of a sudden have great looking teeth in the same video. Like Dolly. And then his teeth look like this. So no one seems to give a flying rat's ass. But what is this? They're different teeth. So what is it about this that isn't discussed or thought about? because I only get particular information from particular channels, right? 2025 is going to be all about looking at these things as images that just appear over and over and over and over, and paying attention to certain elements so we could bring justice to the children, right? Because if we don't start looking at the elements that literally I point out, how are we supposed to get justice? When I say watch for certain things like this, when I see this, I see the children. I see Don Wells's house with the same American flag. I see Don Wells's house with the same buckets that I always point out. I see the strange looking door. I see it. I see Don's white truck. So I see all the same elements that have been presented since 2021. And I filled 2024 with all of this information. So I'm not just picking on people on YouTube channels because I don't really care. What I'm picking on are the elements that appear. I am showing you that when I see something like this, not about you, chickadee, it's not about you. I can't say it louder. It's not about you. It's about bringing justice to the children, just like all these channels are here to bring justice to the children. I see the children in boxes like that behind her, just as I see the children in the boxes that are appearing here. Just like I see Benny's face within her face. I see the same markings. I see Benny's head coming out of a box like I do you guys all the other ones. I don't see any difference between these pictures because I'm here to bring justice to the children. It's not about Benny. It's not about that girl. It'll never be about her. It'll never be about him. It's about what the children go through. It's about the torment that the children go through. And Benny shows it just as loud as Allie Carter does to me. So the images might be different. Hey, Muffin Top, so happy you made it. Hey, hey. But they're telling me the same story. They're telling me all of the same pieces of equipment that the children have shown me since 2021. You see, this is equipment. And this is the same situation that Benny is going through or showing me. These are the same. So when I say the same, it's because the storyboard is the same. I just want you to see and recognize, if you can, the young children in the tunnels. As we all speak on YouTube, 2024 was worse than 2023. 2023 was worse than 2022, and on and on and on and on. And they're not coming for the kids. They're not coming for you. They're not rescuing them. They're not. So who is being shown in here is someone that is going through torment, that is going through agony, and once again, it's being shown on a video, and they're not being saved. You see, why can't this be looked at? I find it absolutely mind-boggling that the same images over and over and over, the same stories, could just be repeated daily. And no one's coming. You guys, no one's coming. This is the world. This is the world. This is the year that we just came out of. It's what they're going to be doing. This is what they're going to be doing. And it's not being questioned. It's not being looked at because no one wants to. But yet, missing children, missing children, missing children, over and over and over and over and over. And here's someone who hasn't shut up about the story, and no one is even looking at this shit. Do you see that there's an adult? Do you see that there's an adult teeth placed over the child's teeth? Do you see that these are different mouths? Do you see that she has that E thing on her neck, like I showed you Madeleine McCann and Summer Moon Wells and whoever else I show you? Do you see that this is the same? This. Is over children's teeth. Summer Moon Wells' teeth also never stayed the same. Never. Her teeth, let me show you something. These are pictures of her. Well, forget, I'm not even going to show you her mother's teeth. But Summer never stayed the same. Her face never stayed the same. You guys, these were different children that kind of look the same, but they're not the same. They're not the same child, I'm telling you. They're not the same. And really what changed the most were her teeth. You guys, in the same, I mean, this child was only 5. So if you have a picture of her looking 5, even looking 3, a child's teeth don't change as much, and either does a face. They don't. So this little teeny girl is the one, once again, who showed me the elements. Never stayed the same. I had the story since June 16th. And it's crazy how these channels could all show all these different pictures of all the different summers. And no one says anything. Why? They just don't. No one's bothering. No one's coming. No one's coming, you guys. If we could put up pictures for all this time of summer and then put up a picture that's basically Michael Vaughn, and no one cares. That's it. Like, what are we doing here? Look at the teeth here. The teeth. This is the same age, you guys. Her teeth are fake in that picture. That's why I keep showing teeth. Same age. This is when she went missing, she had rotten teeth. Well, she doesn't have rotten teeth here. Seriously. Why not talk about it? Why isn't the news bringing this stuff up? Is it like inappropriate to talk about the truth? I don't know. I don't know. But this is Allie. So this is why I come up with things like this, to show you, because these are shown to me. These are children that I see beneath the ground. I see this. I try to show this in all of the cases that I cover. Kiely Rodni. The babies. These are crazy looking photos, but this comes from a friend that's friends with Michael Vaughn's mother. This here, Kiely Rodni. If you really, really peer into the picture, they're showing the same images as they show of Kiely Rodni in other videos. They just present them over and over. Nobody's looking. Nobody wants to look. But yet, these images stay consistent. They stay consistent to me. I see the victims, and the reason I see the victims is because the images speak. And the victims are not found. They're not found. Kiely Rodni did not, now this is obviously all allegedly, did not go alone. Just as Summer Moon Wells did not go alone. She wasn't by herself. She wasn't by herself, you guys. This little girl wasn't by herself. I do see the pictures that I see of the other children in, and I see that Summer Moon Wells showed me the elements that I'm supposed to notice within other people's videos. I'm supposed to see her story within the YouTube creators. So is it really there? I don't know. But because this is my journey to help tell the story, that's what comes through. And this guy, Benny, along with the other cracking cases and so forth, helped tell me the story, to show that her story isn't being told, and the only way it's told is really through people and channels like ours here. That's how justice is served. Because we're supposed to look at this and say, who are these people? That's not Summer in the poster at her vigil. That's not Summer in her over on the right hand side, you guys. And there's a lot going on in here. So the images that are shown within every one of the YouTube creators that I follow really do help bring justice. They do. So however it's being looked at, everyone sees it differently. But each and every time I show information from these creators, I'm showing you the same information that was shown to me 2021. So this here, when I just showed you Allie's photo, this here to me is the same in the middle. There's nothing different than what I just showed you. So it just tells me that the children have these particular elements that they carry with them. And they're on their hands. And they keep them. Because they're presented to me every time I watch a YouTube channel. So again, I'm here to just bring justice. Tell you the story I see. How the eye that I just showed you in Benny Keys and the eye that I see here is no different. They're both going through a ritual. Both of these kind of photos are showing you a ritual. that the children that speak here on this channel have gone through. They have all felt this. They've all seen it, and they're watching it every day. So when I see Allie Carter, I see within her eyes the rituals that no one wants to talk about, the information that we gather, but they're still being pushed under the rug, the equipment that is being used in these tunnels are very sacred. These tunnels go into tunnels of tunnels of tunnels. It's not just, oh, you go into a tunnel and you're there. You guys, no. No. They're pushed. They keep being pushed into different, and I'm just telling you this, obviously. It's just what I see and I hear. I hear the screams. I hear it. See? It's the mesh. This mesh grows. In my documentary, maybe I'll read you a page or two, but in my documentary, these children get the mesh is placed on them. It grows on them. It grows like slime. Kiely Rodni, this guy here that's to the right, because a lot of you haven't seen all my videos. To the left, that's equipment. That's equipment. To the right is the guy that is shown in TikToks right after Prosser Party Betty Lou's video, which was the very first video that showed the party. This guy in the red here, I will consistently go back to whenever I can. He is someone that I said really should be found. Look how he blends into the other video. So Prosser Lake video is the one on the top. He's the one on the bottom, but see, that's what the inside of the cars look like. See his mouth? Bloody. Bloody, looks the same as the victims. But yet his head goes into a corner that bleeds perfectly into Kiely Rodni's night at the party. These are images that I screenshot from TikToks that blended into each other. So you know when you look at a TikTok and you watch it and then the next TikTok goes, but it's not just blended. They blend, some of them blend as if they're one video. See, like this, he goes right into the corner of the car. And what I'm showing here is always the corners. The heads are in the corners. Notice his mouth. Information that's gathered, that I gather here, stays the same across the board. The mesh, the mesh, the mesh. What's here that I show in her here, when I say, oh, Chronicles of Olivia has that mesh, that's the same mesh that I see here. It's no different. Equipment. I don't know, maybe it was 2021, the video of the garbage man or the landscaper, the equipment and dragging shit. It's the same. This is all the same. You see, you guys, the Delphi case, I'm reviewing now all the different things, right? The Delphi case also had information that I could read from the videos. This video in particular that came out from Inside Edition gave me the most information. And Richard Allen, I don't see that he worked alone at all. I don't see that this was a solo job. And I see the same as what happened with Summer. Sacrifices, rituals, a lot of people, not just one. And again, it's being protected. And Chronicles of Olivia, that when she shows things like this, I have to stop and take a snapshot of it because this is how I see the children living. In boxes like this. In little teeny cabins like this. I see them tormented. The picture of the kids all the way, the one with the box around her head. This one. Wait. Let me crop it. This here. Summer Moon Wells showed this to me early on. And these boxes and the way that the kids are sealed, they're like sealed. Is still happening, and wherever these children are being kept, they're still screaming. They're still being abused right now. They're still being trafficked. They're still being sold. They're still being essayed. And the ones that are helping give information online are still, to me, the ones that could crack this shit open. But it's not going to be until, till someone comes and says, no, I think it's time to really get this stuff and crack it open, you know? Like really look at the same elements that we see here and recognize these as rituals and ceremonial, because it's the same information that shows in each and every one of these videos. They're showing it. This is the same. Delphi case, they'll never break this open. They cannot, because the people that did this won't allow it to. This same kind of a sled that you see here in the Delphi case, you guys, is no different than any of the Summer Moon Wells pictures that I show. They go on these sleds. They have the same kind of masks that I see here on their faces. This is the Delphi video from Inside Edition that shows this. Now, you may be like, what the fuck am I looking at? I see nothing. That's okay. This story is over and over and over and over and over. The same pictures, the same masks, the same everything. The same big heads that are, I don't know, elephant, animal heads. They stay the same. These boxes stay the same. To the left, the Beeston Bunch. This was the video that followed, once again, Kiely Rodni's party night. This was the same night to the left, same night as Kiely Rodni's. California, same place, same area. When I take a picture or screenshot of the families I follow, I see the same child in the same bucket. Get closer to this. Now, I don't know what you guys see. This is a child in the same bucket to me. This is this. Like, what do you think he's sitting in here? What could that possibly be? You know, I wish I didn't notice all this. I wish I didn't see the same green tractor in all these little boys' videos. Do kids have green tractors? Yeah, they do. But Michael Vaughn is the one who showed it to me clearly. Like, watch out for these. Watch for them in the backgrounds of these videos. Is every child that we watch on YouTube have the same freaking equipment? These are not cheap, you guys. These are expensive. They're not cheap. I just wish, my wish for 2025, as far as these kids are concerned, is that the AI, the computers, the images, whatever they're using to cover up stories, I would like for it to be discussed. Even if the discussion was, there's nothing there. Even if the discussion was, we don't know what you're looking at. Because I'm not the only one who sees this stuff. I'm not the only one who sees that the Delphi case is showing the victims in their sacrificial moment. Like, does anyone else see this? Put a 1. Because these are elements that are shaped exactly the same as the other victims. These are elements that say Odism. They say ceremony. So I don't care if everyone's, oh, that's a shadow. Well, it's a shadow that is a cookie cutter. It's a shadow that I see Kylie Rodney in her bed with a head next to hers just the same. So it doesn't change. What stays the same is the information. What stays the same is how these victims appear to be. Let me show you. Contrast. Oops, wrong one. Wait. So this head that is against the Delphi is how I showed you Kylie Rodney's to be. A head in a basket, connected with the thing around her neck. I see the victim here, just as I showed you Kylie Rodney's head and Summer Moon Wells' head looking like this. That's what it looks like in the corners, with another head against her head. In a basket like this. This is the same thing. This is Delphi. This is Kylie Rodney. And all the other shit that's going on here. So, come 2025, I'm really hoping, now maybe it will be my documentary, right? Maybe it will be the documentary that I'll read you a little bit of it, that will bring this to surface. Because do I see these? I have the story. My documentary is just freaking huge because I have the story. I don't need to look for the story anymore. I don't need any more elements. All that keeps happening is there's just more victims that are speaking loud and clear to me. It's just more victims that have things to say. Because these elements here, they haven't changed. Nothing's been added. Nothing is new. Won't change. Why would it? The children's story has been told to me, you guys. I'm like done with the story because their story isn't changing. Right? It isn't changing. Tyler here was another one that I wanted to review, and it was deleted, which is fine. I will probably have to do another video on him separately, because I don't see right now how this fits into my review. I see that he has a lot of information that matches, right? They mismatches all the children's story. This matches my recap. But I just don't think that this fits in right now. So I do want to recap what I see to be true to this moment in time, what I see to the story that's being repeated over and over and over. This here, wait, let me bring up. Summer Moon Wells is a very special little girl. In 2024, hi guys, 2024, Summer made sure that my details that she's been trying to show are intact. And when I went through my videos and my PDFs from 2024, I really saw how I was ready to really finish up this intro to the documentary. And I'm going to read you a little bit of it so you understand where all of this is and how I see it to be true, where I see it that it happened, and a little bit of just a little bit of information. Let me see if I have a particular video that I could play maybe while I'm reading you a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. So many. My God, I have so many. No, I'm just going to read you a little while I go through some pictures. So this is Summer, right? I know what I'm going to do. Bring up pictures, because I'm going to tell you about the tunnel. So, Buckman Tunnel. A lot of this information, Buckman Tunnel. Okay. Let me put this up. Okay, I'm going to play this while I just read you a little page. Okay? I don't even know what's on this, but it's 1 minute and 20 seconds. All right, so here we go. Deep beneath the earth, the pulsating rhythms of the hive were steady and methodical, like the heartbeat of some ancient beast. The eye vision brainwave box sat at its center, a jagged pillar of metal and glass, its surface shimmering with impossible different colors. The frequencies it emitted were not merely sounds but vibrations that rewrote the very essence of life. It was whispers that it was a remnant of a forgotten civilization, a tool meant to uplift but twisted by time into an instrument of decay. The hive was a paradox, a living machine, ancient and alien, its existence of defying the nature laws of life and death. At its core was the iVision brain wave box, a device that pulsed with frequencies capable of bending minds and rewriting reality. While its physical form was jagged metal and translucent glass, its essence seemed to spill into the fabric of the tunnels, connecting every corner of the underground like a neural network. The hive was more than a location. It was an entity, its will enforced by the hooded beasts and other grotesque creations and creations deep within its pulsating chambers that defied explanation. Some seemed to stretch indefinitely, with walls lined with biochemical emergence of light by living organisms that pulsed in unison with the hive's hum. Others were more confined, filled with machinery that seemed to be both organic and mechanical, their surfaces slick with the hive's ever-present slime. That's the beginning, you guys, of my book, my documentary. The documentary is going to be told around this kind of slime-covered tunnel. And it's everlasting creations that have been created to keep this kind of a life living underground. It's a very unique, special documentary, and I will see where it goes from here. But it definitely starts with recognizing that what you're looking at in front of you, to me, it reflects a story. It reflects a storyboard. And it is all about creating this life beneath us, creating this world beneath us. And it doesn't want to be recognized. It can't be. Because if it is, you guys, it will shatter what these people have been doing for centuries. For centuries. Summer Moon Wells has told me the story multiple times, and she has used these victims that have gone through the same thing, that have been touched by this, that have been touched by these people that are building their truth beneath us. And so my images that I show you guys are images that basically match the story. They're the story. And that's all I know. That's all I know. I could only tell you that my story is about these photos that I have been shown. They were shown to me. So may he be standing in the middle of the water holding up a freaking baseball. I don't know, and I don't give a shit. I don't. Because when I look at these photos and I see these children, I see the story that I am telling you. I see the pain. I see the equipment. I see it's underground. And I see that these children are being used for their own good. And I also have recognized and I have accepted the fact that no one is changing this. It's too deep. It's too covered. It's too protected. But I want you all to recognize that my channel is here to help show information that you will recognize, because no one is going to show you the agony in these photos of what the children are going through, and they're not going to speak over them to really what maybe people see, but they just don't want to talk about it. There's nothing wrong with talking about it, because all this is a philosophy. All this is my opinion. Nothing is been proven true. Nothing has been proven false. So as we move in to 2025, I will continue writing and possibly reading what I have written and show you how I've come there. Like, what is it that I'm doing here? You know, I asked that question to myself as I was closing up 2024 and dealing with family health issues. I can come on and I'll be sporadic in coming on. Like, what are you doing here? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Like, yes, you're bringing justice to the children, but are you really? Like, what's your point? And I ask those questions to myself. I'm hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself. I'm like, okay, now what? Like, okay, so we're in the same situation as we were in 2021, and no one's doing shit about it, and all you're doing is this, which is great. But my channel needs to grow in order to show these bits of information. The channel needs to grow. And I just don't know how else to grow it. So I just keep doing what I know to do. But I also know I need to be bigger than that. Be bigger than that. You know? One of the hive's greatest secrets was the way it fed. The children were not merely prisoners. They were the fuel that sustained the hive's growth. The rituals performed in the mother hub were designed to extract not just physical energy, but the essence of the children's soul, feeding it into the eye vision brain wave box. Those consumed entirely became part of the hive's network, their minds absorbed and their identities erased. Their memories and fears echoed within the hive's frequencies, a haunting chorus-like whisper through the tunnels. The hive also had layers of its own, much like the layers Lori has discovered through her visions. On the surface, it appeared as a network of tunnels and chambers controlled by the hooded beasts. But below that lay an older, darker secret. A foundation built on the remnants of a civilization long forgotten. Carvings etched into the stone being unlike anything in history. Their forms, their eyes wide and knowing. These beings were the hive's architects, through whether they had created it or unearthed it from something older still remains unclear. Perhaps the most chilling secret was the hive's intent. It was not contained to remain underground. The slender-like vines spreading through the tunnels were growing longer reaching closer to the surface with each passing day. The frequencies emitted by the I box were becoming stronger. Their influence stretched into the walking world, the hive preparing for something, a convergence between the world and the one above. You see, this is the story of the children. This is the story the people are trying to build. If we allow it to bring both worlds together, we're going to explode together. My story actually ends in a happy place, which you will know once it's completely finished. That is the end of my very first live of 2025. Man, you guys, 2024 was a wonderful one, as 2021, 22, and 23. May 2025 bring more peace, happiness, and love, and may this bring more justice to the children, and may this channel grow so others could see and feel the truth as we see it here. It's just another vehicle to listen to. It's just another channel with another opinion. Thank you all for always being here. I have wonderful, wonderful subscribers. You guys are fabulous with the emails, and I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Muffin Top, you are fantastic, incredible, unbelievable person that has just taken control and has helped this channel grow. You're a mod that really, people should recognize and send love and peace to you. Thank you all. God bless you all. And I will see you really soon. Bye, guys.